On Monday the 13th of April 2015, the seemingly impossible happened. A barrel Southern Bluefin Tuna was hooked up just 30 kilometres from the entrance to Port Phillip Bay in Victoria.
Alright, so this has turned into a very strange day. We're out filming our Gummy Shark episode and we've got a call. Basically Cameron White, who's a cricketer for Victoria and Australia, is down at Cape Schanck and he's hooked up a huge tuna. We don't know what type of tuna it is, but he's out there fishing by himself and he's hooked this big fish and can't get it in the boat. So we've decided to go down and help him out. We've had to go and head to the fuel station, grab some extra fuel. We've just dumped the boat back in and we're about to do the cannonball run straight down to Cape Schanck and see if we can get on board with Camo and get this tuna in the boat.
Racing down the coast, Cam White continued to do battle with the fish on his own. A bluefin tuna of this size has not been seen in this area for generations. After fighting the fish for 3 hours, Cam was no doubt feeling the fatigue and pressure fighting such a big tuna on light gear. Exhausted, Cam's training as an athlete helped him hold on for 1 more hour as we pushed the boat down the coast 50 k's from Rye to Cape Schanck.
Alright, we've just arrived at Cape Schanck. The boys in the office, Luke and Jared, have sent us on this mission. I've just sent through the GPS, I've just plugged him in. He's obviously pushed out wide here with the fish that he's still hooked up on. So we've got to get out there and give Camo a hand. Camo! How you going? Need a hand? Mate, I think what we'll do, we'll try and pull in and maybe tie the boats together so we can jump on board. All right, mate. All right, just clearing everything out of the way so that we can get this boat in nice and close, tie up to Camo, and then jump on board with the gaffs and everything. This is certainly going to be interesting. As you can see, just in here, we're a couple of k's off Cape Schanck. Camo's come out into deeper water. The fish is still on, but he needs us over there. He looks exhausted. Well, I don't think this will ever count as a capture of mine, but I am on the rod for a bit, giving Camo a break, who looks exhausted there. He's into the waters. All right, what's the plan here? If we get it both sides, you're going to have a shot with the gaff?
Yep.
Or do you want to jump on the rod and I'll have a shot with the gaff?
Oh, I don't really mind, mate. Nah, I'll go gaff.
All right, fish is only about 20 metres off the boat here. This is freaky, this is seriously freaky. See a tuna this big right here in our home waters. You'll be a national hero for this one, Camo. It might give you an award, mate.
Oh.
Here we go. Yeah, we might have to move forward. Just put it in gear, putt it forward. Turn to your right.
Yep.
So Camo here has done very well fighting this fish on his own boat by himself for a few hours. I'm already exhausted. I've had the rod for 10 minutes, mate, and my back's starting to hurt, but it's pretty unbelievable. Fishing for kings, it's autumn, it's April, and Camo hooks up to what is definitely a big tuna. Yeah, drive off it a bit, mate.
With fresh hands on the rod and Cam back at the wheel, we had a much better chance of landing the fish.
Yeah, that's good, Camo. Keep doing that. Just try and work it up a bit. Coming up slowly. That's a big tuna, man.
It's not bad.
So it was only a month ago we were down here catching kings, and now here we are on Camo's fish, this big tuna.
You've only been going about 45 minutes, you know. I did this for 3.5 hours.
Come on, mate, you're an elite athlete. I'm a beer drinking fisherman.
I haven't had much for a while either, to be honest.
Here he comes.
After almost 5 hours, we just couldn't get it done, the fish consistently avoiding the boat at the critical moment.
We're a bit gridlocked at the moment. We seem to be getting the fish to about 5 metres off the boat, and then he dives again when he sees the boat, so we're just basically doing circles around it, trying to plane him up and get a shot with the gaff. And today we're really hoping to get one of these big Melbourne Metro kings. Alright, so when live baiting, very, very helpful to have a wet towel like this. One turn, and then around, and away we go. I'm just going to try and pull this fish out into deeper water. Very hard, catching big kings, one up. We're getting some of these bigger fish that are more mature, obviously breeding. So I think the future fishery of kings around Melbourne is really bright. Today we're searching for southern calamari, and we're going to use a range of techniques to see if we can put a few in the boat.
The male will flip upside down and extend his hexacotyledonous arm, which scrapes the sperm onto the female.
It's a coastline snap, that way you can change your bait if you need to. A ball sinker to help get it down. The big squid float with the weighted end, and make sure that it's just suspended, you know, the odd metre, 3 feet above the weed.
Using specially designed squid rods will get the best action out of your jigs.
Alright, and that is what we were looking for. So we only see squid this size in the bay for a small window of the year. They come in, they find their little patch of weed and they lay their eggs. The real challenge of fishing this area though is the tides, and you've really got to contend with often a lot of flow and run in the tide, which is hard. It's hard to get jigs down to the bottom where you want them to be, and you've got to constantly compete with that water and your boat moving at quite a rapid rate. Jigging around Port Phillip Heads, we generally incorporate about 150 gram jig. We'll run about an 80 pound leader, but there's been sessions we've had in the last couple of years where guys have started to get dusted and have started to up their leaders to 100 and even 120 pounds. So it does depend a little bit on the day and the size of the fish that you're catching. All right, now this is going to be interesting. We've got to see how well he's hooked here. There we go. Nice Port Phillip Bay yellowtail kingfish.